A childminder who looked after Madeleine McCann has broken her silence nearly 10 years after the 3-year-old went missing. The witness, who was working at the Portuguese resort where Madeleine vanished on May 3, 2007, said she is still haunted by the night's events a decade on. She said Jerry McCann desperately tried to find his missing daughter as his wife Kate wailed, "They've taken her." The woman, who has not been named, reportedly looked after Madeleine several times. She told the Mirror the resort Madeleine vanished from was considered so unsafe nannies were given rape whistles and told not to go out alone. She also criticized how Portuguese police handled the incident. She said, "Kate was pacing up and down. The worst possible thing had just happened to her. She was crying, but almost in a catatonic state, and Jerry was very distressed. That's the one thing I really remember from him, looking under the cars. I can't forget that." The woman also claimed police missed out whole chunks of information during their investigation and took some 90 minutes to arrive at the scene. She said there was no way the McCanns had any involvement in their daughter's disappearance. Madeleine's allocated nanny was Catriona Baker, then 20. On the day Madeleine disappeared, Ms. Baker had spent nearly 6 hours with the toddler. Ms. Baker was not with the McCanns when the alarm was sounded over Madeleine's disappearance just before 10 p.m. However, she joined the search shortly after 11 p.m. after completing her duties as a night babysitter. Police investigating the disappearance of Madeleine were last month given an £85,000 last throw of the dice after identifying a new person of interest. The hunt had been due to end within weeks, but extra cash was found to explore a lead in the investigation, which is nearly a decade old. An insider said police had found a person who was close by when the 3-year-old went missing, while on holiday in the Algarve resort of Praia da Luz in 2007. The source said, "There is just one person who detectives want to speak to, who was near the area where Madeleine disappeared almost 10 years ago. An international search has been underway to find them." The Portuguese press reported that police are understood to have clues pointing to the existence of a new suspect, but it was not said whether it was a man or a woman. A report in newspaper Correio da Manhã read, "This new suspect is believed to be Portuguese and was apparently seen near the Ocean Club, where Kate and Jerry McCann were staying with their children when Madeleine disappeared." British police are understood to be preparing to question this new suspect. Kate and Jerry McCann were said to be very grateful for the continued funding amid fears the £11.1 million investigation into Maddie's disappearance, which is codenamed Operation Grange, was about to be shelved. Senior yard officers see the development as the last throw of the dice. A family spokesman said, "Kate and Jerry remain incredibly grateful to the Home Office and the Met Police for the continued work into the search for their daughter." A close friend of former GP Kate, 49, and heart doctor Jerry, 48, said, "They have never given up hope of finding out what happened to Madeleine and believe she could be alive. They appreciate the Met Police's help and know they are doing everything possible for a resolution this week." The Portuguese detective who led the search for Madeleine McCann has promised to clean out a grief-stricken parents by suing them for damaging his reputation. Goncalo Amaral, 57, claimed in a book that Madeleine died at the McCann's holiday house in Praia da Luz and Kate and Jerry covered it up. The McCanns won a libel case against Amaral in 2015, but this was overturned on appeal, and that decision upheld in another court. This means Amaral is now able to sue the McCanns for damages potentially totaling tens of thousands of pounds.